area where people will shoot for triangles at first. So the basic concept is like whenever I'm trying to pass the guard, or whenever Reece has both legs engaged like this, I need to either have both hands in like this, or both hands out. So which means like both hands underneath here. Either way, when he goes to triangle me, he doesn't get the triangle because he doesn't get one arm trapped. What Reece is really looking to do is have one arm trapped, the other one out, and this is where he gets his angle to finish. Okay. Whenever you're in half guard or open guard, there's always the threat of a triangle. So we're here, or if we go to an open guard here, anywhere like this. Let's say half, close guard or open guard. There's a threat of the triangle. As soon as I get into a half guard like this, where effectively he's got one of my legs trapped, but I've also got one of his legs trapped. When I'm confident that this is trapped properly, I don't have to worry about the triangle anymore. Okay, so I can go like this, and Reece isn't going to triangle me because he can't get his leg out. Okay, he might have some tricky ways to free his leg, and we're obviously not going to go over that, but we'll just know that if you really trap one arm, one leg, you're much more confident now to start trying to reach with one hand and control more like this. But when we square more up to here, we want to be a lot more cautious to try to keep our elbow to our knee. Okay. In closed guard, the elbow to knee thing's not quite as applicable because doing this doesn't really help me open the closed guard. I want to be opening the guard here. Okay. So let's say Reece starts to, what sort of triangle setup do you go to? Yeah, cool. Okay, so simple way to try to defend this. If Reece has managed to trap this arm and he's stopped me from being able to pull that elbow back, okay? However, he's trapped it, and then a very common setup is he's going to basically just take my other hand that's in and try and push it out, like that. So, okay, that's it. Yep, and that's his setup. We get the triangle. So I've got two options here. Basically, we're going to get the person on the bottom to do this movement. So trap one arm from closed guard and try and push the other one in. And I'm going to try one of two things. If I feel like I can get my left hand free again and bring it back in, I'm going to try and get both hands in, or I'm going to try and get both hands out. So do it again, Reece. So he jams my arm. I feel he's going for the triangle. I'm going to just move my weight forward like that. Can you jam my arm there? Can you trap it? No. And I've freed myself. Okay? So again, if they start to jam your arm and you feel it, you can just sort of drop your weight forward like this. And now it's a lot further for his legs to go to try and trap my arm. I can work to free my arm and reset. Or the second option, I might feel like as he goes for it, I can pull my first arm out. He wasn't tight enough with that grip. Okay, so we go for that again. This is a better option if this happens, because now I've got a chance to, he's opened his guard. I haven't just gone back to closed guard, now his guard's open. Okay, so if this happens, we're going to try and turn this straight into a pass. Alright, this is what we're going to do. Work whichever one you feel you can do with your partner. So from here, like this, I got my arm free, good. So just straight away, try and get your elbow back before they can lock up the triangle. Once we're here, I'm going to bring one hand underneath here, and be aware that they're going to try and pull your arm back in for the triangle. Okay? So immediately, when I can, I'm going to bring my knee over the top, just try and stop him from getting that. Try and triangle me now. A similar principle to what I was saying about half guard. His leg's now trapped, you can't lock the triangle up. Okay, from here, my hand's going to go right across, and I'm going to dig really tight to start pressuring Reece's leg towards his head here like this. At some point, I'm actually going to release my knee from here. So again, there's going to be that triangle risk. So I have to make sure my hand's in the right spot when I do that. So we're going to pressure here like this, and then I'm going to take my left hand, I'm going to put it behind the hips. Try and pull that through for a triangle now. Stuck. It's different to it being out here, yeah? Much more danger here. So when you feel like you're going to release your knee, I want you to take your hand underneath the hips, and then we're going to use that to lift the hips. Like that. Reece is going to be nice and stacked, like so. And then I'm just going to guide his hips slightly away from me drop my head down, and pass the guard. These are your two options you're going to work. First one, he goes to go for the triangle, and I can just go forward. Second one, I feel like I can suck my elbow out from here. Come underneath the leg, pin their other leg, and put your knee over the top. Get that like all the way on the shoulder, and we're going to jam our arm, bring their knee towards their head, like this, and then we're going to reach our left hand behind the hips, stack them up, and come around the side, and I'm just going to guide his legs away from me. And we get the pass. One more time. Second one's obviously got a lot more details, so practice that accordingly. And I just want you, like, while you're doing this, the person on the bottom, if you feel like you can pull their arm through for a triangle at any point, if they see like they're opening up, just do it and remind them, okay? So, again, we here like this. Okay, from here, we're going to reach underneath, pin the leg, and put our knee through like this. From here, I'm going to drive forward until Reese's knee goes towards his head, reach behind the hips, lift, and then let his hips drop away to get the pass. Okay, let's have a go. 3 minutes each. 3, 2, 1. So I just saw different people were doing different triangle setups. And for example, if Reese overhooks my arm, I'm never going to take this arm out now. So if he starts trying to jam this arm, if I'm thinking, oh, I'll just take both hands out, then this will never go, so I'm going to get caught. I have to realize that this arm is stuck, so when this is coming over, I'm going to have to just dive forward and reclaim that arm. It's trapped right now, and I'm probably not going to be able to just do it just with my arm strength. I'm going to have to dive my whole body forward, so as he goes, just kind of get forward, and it plays with his grip a bit and lets me free my hand again. Okay? Alright, let's now go into, actually did anyone else have any questions from there?
Could you do a knee through pass instead of the double unders, or is that?
Yes, I mean, once the guard, so if we managed to get here and then I managed to slip this out, this is great. Actually, probably one other thing that's not a bad concept, if you're not sure what's going to happen, it's not a bad idea to actually put your elbow behind their hips, but your wrist in front. So my forearm's now controlling, because now I can choose either way from here. So if Reese started to try to jam this arm, then we can just go underneath. This is already half out, so it's hard for him to beat that. At the same time, if he tried to pull this in and go the other way, I can follow and go in too. Yeah, so it's not a bad idea to kind of get these grips around this level. Okay. Now let's talk about once the guard's open, how do we stop the triangle choke? So once we're here like this and we're trying to pass, if I'm on my knees, I'm making it way harder for myself because now my legs can't control his legs. It's just my arms against both of Reese's legs and his arms. So if I'm trying to pass on my knees, my chance of getting triangle choked, in my opinion, is much higher. So this is where standing guard passes have a much more likely to be effective because it eliminates pretty much most of the submissions that people can do. If Reese can't get his hips up towards my shoulders, he pretty much can't submit me. Okay, so there's do an armbar, go. Yeah. So basically you can see if his hips are so far away, he's never going to get to attack an armbar, he's never going to be able to do a triangle, he's not going to be able to do a lot of things. And that's just simply by me having my knee in the way, okay? And probably the one thing though, keep your elbow attached to your knee or your thigh. Because if I open that out, sometimes they'll shoot the hips above your knee and they'll get you, okay? So have your knee blocking their leg and your elbow stopping the hips from raising. And you're pretty much safe here from any sort of submission they can throw. Can anyone think of anything he could do to omoplata? Same thing, go. Yeah. So again, for the omoplata, he wants this space to be able to get to attack. Obviously, maybe some leg locks and so on.
Is there any benefit to having it on the outside rather than on the inside?
Different depending where you want to go. There's some different variants. So yes, you can. When you're here, you can go hand inside. You can put it outside. You can put it on top. You can put it right back. You can put it forward. Sometimes I want to be pressuring, you know, like driving in, I might put my elbow inside. I might want to be going the other way and blocking the outside leg. You see how I opened it, that space there? But now I'm in the half guard, yeah? So I'm okay to do that. I want you to start thinking about these things when you roll. Okay, so we're just going to spend like 2 minutes each. The person on the bottom is going to try and lock up a triangle, and you're not even going to try and pass the guard. I just want you to practice like having a good structure and stopping it, okay? So Reese goes to triangle me. I'm just trying to stay here. If you want, you can stand up on both feet. And maybe even feel the difference if you go down to your knees. Yeah? Now it starts getting way harder. Okay? So that's why I want to practice just staying in a good posture here. So this is what we call combat base, when I've got one leg up and one down, or you can go up into like a standing stance. Okay? Either one's fine. Just practice that. 2 minutes each. 3, 2, 1. See, someone found a loophole in this. What I said. Okay, so like if I'm doing this, I still want to control this leg, yeah, with my arm. So like in theory, if Reese grabbed this arm and I didn't hold that leg, like it's possible, even though my elbow could be connected, you could still triangle this side, yeah? If I just block that leg, go. Yeah. So in reality, like I'm sitting back here, but I want to, like I'm playing on top, so I actually want to put a bit of weight forward too. So it should be very difficult for him to move that leg. Like if I was doing it properly and Reese was trying to pressure me, like I'm going to be like putting some weight through that leg. And by trying to shoot a triangle like he just did, like he's giving me better controls by doing that. But you just have to make sure, like, another way to think of it is I'm just killing his hips. Like, he cannot lift his hips. When I do this, lift your hips off the mat, Reese. Or at least up, like towards me, I should say. It should be very, very difficult for him to do.
With that left hand, you can have.
Yeah, I could,
under the legs.
like I could like give him this triangle.
Yeah.
But as long as I keep my elbow to my knee, there's no triangle there.
Do you prefer to have the hand there or on the leg?
If you were trying to bring that, well, if you had that arm and you were trying to bring it over, I'd probably be trying to hold it in.
Yeah.
Yeah. If it was underneath, I don't care, because you can push my arm in if you want. That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So a lot of this, guys, you will have to feel out, and that's why I want to teach it more as a conceptual thing. Just